If I stamp my foot on the deck or make other noises in the boat, they're transmitted through the hull and into the water. Sound travels 5 times faster in water than in air at a rate of about 1 mile per second. These noises have a negative effect on fish. Low-frequency sounds such as a bait landing gently on the water tend to attract fish. I remember casting a fly short of bonefish in Mexico and watching them turn directly toward the spot where the fly landed. In fact, right after a cast, it's often good to pause for just an instant before starting the retrieve. The sound of fish feeding tolls in other fish. When you have a wolf pack of little guys feeding, predators will invariably come over to investigate. Put a hook in a bait and its actions give off distress vibrations. That helps predators to find that bait in a school of healthy fish. It's all low-frequency sound, and that tends to attract.
You know, Mark, sometimes them blue runners wiggle in such a way, even when they're not hungry, they'll eat them because they just drive them crazy. It's like teasing a cat with a piece of string.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't use a cat for bait now. But it's a similar type thing. They just can't stand seeing that blue runner wiggle around. They just have to eat it.
The sense of smell is equally important to fish. They can detect a far greater range of odors in the water than we can in the air. In fact, some fish can identify smaller quantities of an odor than scientific machines can actually measure. Salmon are the textbook examples. Using their acute sense of smell, salmon can navigate hundreds and even thousands of miles to the river and the precise spot of their birth. Smell is so highly developed in sharks that it occupies 2/3 of the entire brain. They can combine this sensitivity with a rapid and accurate directional ability. You can often see a shark moving left and then right until it reaches a source of the odor. Hang a filleted barracuda over the side and watch a shark home in on it. In deeper water, you can drop a fish over the side and a big shark will find it. Watching that animal ease up and take an oversized bite is awesome. Chumming depends on a fish's sense of smell and its ability to follow an odor to its source. You can hang a block of frozen chum in a bag, toss tidbits over the side, or even hurl live bait in the path of a school of tarpon. The fish can smell the dead bait and hear the live bait. From a fishing standpoint, it pays to change natural bait frequently to capitalize on the maximum amount of smell. That's how most fish find a dead bait on the bottom. If you fish a lead-headed jig, tipping it with a piece of shrimp will increase its productiveness dramatically. Fish have a second sound detecting organ known as the lateral line. It's unique in the animal kingdom. The lateral line is most obvious on a snook, where it appears as a dark line along the flanks of the fish from the head to the tail. It's not nearly as visible on other species, but you can be sure it's there. Scientists call it the sense of distant touch. It's particularly sensitive to low-frequency sounds, and it works on the displacement principle. Picture someone wading through the water, sending out small waves that radiate out in a circle. Anything moving in the water causes the same thing to happen. This displacement is detected by the lateral line up to 30 feet away, and it's directional. Within 5 feet, the lateral line is so accurate that a fish can whirl around and grab something that it cannot see. That's the reason a striped bass can find a black eel in the darkness of night, or fish can feed in murky water. And if you watch a school of fish move in unison, or fish in a feeding frenzy not bumping into each other, it's all because of the lateral line. Fish rely on all their senses at the same time, making them wary creatures that are difficult to approach. Shallow water fishermen understand the importance of silence and a low profile. It really pays off.